All right, and we are back with more how to master Naruto characters. So Fire's going to show us how to do, which character are you doing?
I think I'll actually do Deidara.
Okay.
Shall we? Yes.
I will pick a character that can actually be hit.
Where will you be fighting?
I guess that handicap doesn't really matter. So Deidara is a really interesting, weird character.
Yeah.
My art is best experienced. Begin!
I guess so.
So I guess I'll start by saying Deidara, instead of normal projectiles, he gets either birds or spiders that take up a little bit of his chakra. He can charge them to make more.
So it's 1 or 3, right?
Yeah, it's either 1 or 3. And any move that, any of his ground moves that make spiders or birds, he can, well, not any of them, most of them, he can cancel out of with the weak button. So I guess now I'll get into his normal combos. Most of the time you're not going to be using normal combos unless you're like out of chakra or something. That's a pretty good basic combo actually. You can also charge this. Also back in A makes all of everything that's out. It makes everything explode all at once.
You can crash the game with that too.
You can if you have too much stuff out and it's like 3-player.
And it does more knockback, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
And damage.
Right, it does more knockback and damage.
Yeah, so you got to be careful with Deidara that you can crash the game under certain situations, which is the worst stall tactic.
So this is it's a pretty cool combo, but you're really not going to use it that often unless you're trying to get chakra. That's pretty much one of its main uses, because it's one of his longest like combos that doesn't use that much chakra to actually do.
Yeah, because just the B combo at the first part will gain you quite a bit. So
Right.
and then the
Right.
bird will use a little bit.
So that one's all right. I wouldn't use it most of the time, because most of the time as Deidara, you're not really going to be trying to approach the other person. You're going to be more trying to set up your bugs. Yeah.
He's more of a bait and zone.
Yeah. That's weird to say, but yeah.
Too slow.
One of your main, one of his main moves that you really want to use is his forward A. It's just
Too slow.
really nice, especially if you're in about like this range, because it shows up right behind your opponent and it's really hard to react to.
Yeah.
Because if you're too far away, it'll warp in front of them still. So
How many does he have? He has like
16, it looks like.
16.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go through these pretty quick because
There's
none of them are like real useful, I would say.
Too slow.
That one is one that you kind of want to use, just because it's back and Bs. They're like universal. They all have like a shield at the beginning of them.
Right.
some of them are longer than others.
Yeah, some of them are better than others.
Tachi's is real stupid.
Deidara's is pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good.
It has a lot of invincibility on it.
And it turns him around, too,
It turns
right?
him around. So not only does he kick his opponent away, but even if he doesn't, it still allows him to escape.
Yeah.
Like, where is this? Oops. How do I tell it to shield?
Oh, it's
Oh.
a guard.
Yeah, there you go.
Got it. Okay.
Too slow.
Yeah, it knocks him pretty far away too.
Yeah, I think that back B has some of the highest knockback in the game.
So the combo tells you to explode them immediately, but
Too slow.
I don't usually like to explode my bugs unless I absolutely know they're gonna hit or like break a shield or something.
Right.
I used to kind of try to use it as like a dodging because he steps back a little bit. It's not useful for that though, because he doesn't step back far enough or
Quick
fast enough.
Yeah.
So it's not really good for avoiding things, but I wouldn't really recommend using his dash attack combo. Just whoops. I would recommend using that instead.
Right.
Yeah. That one. Also, you can mix up the timing with that. If you press A again, when he's on the bird, he'll hop off of it, and you can delay it. You can like cross people up with that sometimes.
Yeah, depending on what the angle is and where you are on the stage, you can kind of get around people.
I already showed these.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, 9 is going to be the one you're going to use the
9.
most.
Yeah. 9 and 11.
Right.
Those are going to be the most useful. 12 can be pretty useful too, actually. If you happen to get them with one, you can actually, like, can you tell him to jump?
Yeah, you can. If you go up to the top where it says stand and then you just move it over, there's one for
Oh, cool. Oh, he doesn't just keep jumping, he just jump. Okay.
Oh, it just waits a second.
I need to
The
turn the
guard.
guard off. Alright. If you happen to catch him in the air, you can get him with multiple of them. I
Oh,
can't do
yeah.
it right now, I don't know why. His timing with jumping is so weird. He doesn't just constantly jump, he like waits.
Nice.
Yeah, you can get him with like 3 or 4 of those. If they're not high enough, then you can just like kick them away, charge some birds, and then start with your spiders. What else? Oh yeah, that's just the bird one. The big bird.
the big bird.
So that special is really situational, his back special.
Yeah.
It really only works on small stages or if they're in the very middle. Even then they can kind of run away from it.
Yeah. It's good for small stages. This is too large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he always warps to the exact center of the stage. So.
Right.
Right. Can you get him to just like attack or?
I think you have to do player 2 controls if you want to do that.
All right, which
Which one is it?
it's this one.
It's that
All
one.
right. So
Here, you go for it.
Sure.
this special is a counter. That's kind of useful. You most of the time actually you don't really want to be using his specials.
Right.
Mostly because Deidara is a very chakra-hungry character. He really, really needs to conserve chakra. Because if he runs out of chakra, let me,
Yeah, if you turn the chakra recovery off.
yeah. If he runs out of chakra, all of his bugs and all of his birds, he does nothing.
Right.
Yeah, but he becomes completely useless.
So, let me turn that back on just for, just because it's easier.
Yeah.
So one of the main basic things that I like to do as Deidara is set 3 spiders at a time, set 3 more, and then do forward A. It puts a ton of spiders on the ground. This is also a good setup, because if these spiders hit him, you can explode the second one. Oh yeah, his custom throw is that. It's,
Down Y, right?
yeah, down and Y. Which also, a funny thing I like to do sometimes is I'll put...
What?
Yeah, it looks kind of cool. You put a spider, you do the throw, the spider explodes them upwards, and then the spider he puts on their face explodes after that.
What? That's so weird.
That's amazing. I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, I don't think if you've used it in normal combat, I've never noticed that, I guess. That or have been like, why am I in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Chakra, so Deidara likes to stay maybe about this distance away from people.
Does it, yeah, pretty far.
Yeah, I'd classify that as long range.
Yeah.
If anyone gets close to him, one of the best moves that you can use, if you can find a chance to hit them, is his down B. It's just a quick get off me option. And what else can I talk about? Deidara doesn't use much like combo cancels or anything.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was like, how does he cancel stuff?
You can technically do cancels, but they use Chakra, and he really wants to use Chakra for other things.
Right. Like him using the bomb strategically is more of his combo canceling.
Like you could
Yeah.
technically do stuff like that. Wait. But
Takes a quarter chakra to do that, and
Yeah.
you know, you might as well just bounce him with a bug that takes what, a third of that.
yeah.
Right. Same with like paper bombs then, right?
Right.
Like he can just do down A instead. And
If you're trying to build up Chakra, and you're being kind of aggressive with Deidara, you can, if you condition them to think that you're going to use your basic combo, you can like sneak some spiders in there by either pressing 3 of those and then a strong, or just 2. And then the spiders also, if they shield them, they allow you to kind of escape. Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Anyway,
So the main moves you want to focus on for training are number 9 to number 11, I guess.
yeah. Deidara is also decent at like breaking guards. If you explode a lot of bugs, like more than 4, I would say. Yeah, about 4.
right.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't really work with
3
3.
only does 2 guards, or 2
Yeah.
blocks on the shield.
If you explode 4 or more bugs on their shield, then it just instant breaks it. So to get 4 bugs at the same time, I would like to sneak a 4th one in there. So you do a charge, cancel it, run forward, and then put another one down.
Nice.
You could also do it this way, to where you do,
Oh yeah, just as forward strong or
yeah,
whatever.
it's a little slower. Now let me talk about his critical mode, because that's where he has fun.
Right.
In
Because
critical
everything
mode,
is free.
in critical mode, it costs him no chakra to do anything. I missed that explosion. But oh, that's another important thing actually. Is how can I show that? Let me get him out of the corner real quick. So, if you put a lot of spiders on the ground, but they're facing the wrong way, you can actually turn them around with forward and A.
Oh, I thought you just had to turn around.
That's another reason why.
Huh.
Huh.
That's another reason why forward and A is such a good move. Like, let me see. And he does something a little bit different with it in his what do you call it?
Latent ninja power.
Latent ninja powers mode.
Critical mode.
Because I think they automatically turn around in that mode somehow, like after a timer or something like that.
Huh.
But
If you want to make sure they turn around, just do forward A.
yeah. Sometimes they can be a little wonky, and they won't like completely turn around the right way.
Gotcha.
Where they go?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's say they're facing like directly away. Then you can get them to face the right way. I think that's most of it.
What's his back A again? Oh
His
yeah,
ba-
just the back A.
Yeah,
sets
his
it off.
back A
Okay.
is the explosion,
Okay.
which you really only want to use at a distance. If you use it anywhere near the opponent, even if you explode something with it, they can kind of punish you for it.
Right.
Because the cooldown on it's still pretty high.
Right.
I think in EX3 that works, that combo.
It might.
Right.
In EX3, gosh, Deidara is broken because
Yeah, he's broken.
There's so much ground damage.
yeah, you can pretty much just do this and the spiders will like infinitely hit them on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, they fixed that here.
One thing I do like to do actually is I'll set maybe a couple bugs down. And then like he's in the corner, but like let me see. Alright. I did it a little too early, but if you do it right, he'll like kick them away and you can corner people that way.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, if you put that's a little RNG because sometimes all 3 spiders will hit him and sometimes like only 2 of them will. That's a little weird. That's another basic combo you can do is put 3 spiders and if one of them doesn't explode, you can explode it like when he bounces onto it. I think that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, it's really hard to maneuver around all of his junk. The only kind of good workaround I found for Deidara, at least like as a somewhat of a counter pick, is in G&T SP. Ino's down special where it sends out the like waves of flowers will pretty much erase all of the bugs on the ground that are in a line.
That's
so,
dumb.
Right.
So that's about the only like anti-move I've found for that.
Also his forward A in his critical mode. Right here it just explodes on the ground. But if he's in critical mode, the bug actually starts going.
Huh.
I don't know why that's a thing.
I know, it's like, why did they change that?
I think it was kind of a nerf, right? Because he used to always crawl, right?
Oh yeah, in EX3 it would always crawl.
Yeah, that's weird. I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So is that it?
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's how to master Deidara and some things to get going. So we'll back out and I'll do one of the characters now because I think I'm gonna need some input from you guys on one of them. So we'll do that.
All right.
So we'll be right back.